Alright guys, this is a little bit more of an audio test today. So why not test the audio with some of the most disgusting things that I can possibly muster from my past. Let's talk about it. Well, that'll get you hyped for a story. Story time! Alright, so guys, bear with me here. This is just a little bit of an audio test for the Tascam DR05, so I'm keeping it a little bit light today. The settings I was using last time were, they produced good quality results, but it turns out in the end they were still too quiet compared to what I was trying to do before, you know? Now that said, it could still be bad. And when I say bad, I really just mean that in post-production, I had to up the gain as much as I could on the audio channel, just so it could even be comparable to the GoPro audio. The GoPro audio puts the thing out loud, but it also keeps a high level of gain too. So when you have a high level of gain, you got a lot of distortion. Distortion equals bad quality signal, you know, unless we're talking about electric guitar here. So anyway, playing with them, new settings, it might be good. It might be the same, who knows. If you guys have been following me on Twitch, then you might have already heard this story, but don't consider that a regular occurrence. I'm only saying this here because I just love telling this story. But also, if you're under some preconceived notion that Twitch is just for video games, instead of just as a general purpose live streaming platform, I should inform you that you're totally wrong. If you're not following my Twitch channel, right here, you guys are actually missing out on a little bit of me and my personality, my day-to-day, you know, stuff that doesn't get edited out by the camera. There are things I say on YouTube that, well, that don't make it to YouTube. There are things I say on this motorcycle, just between me and Mr. GoPro here, that not everybody hears, because it gets cut out of post-production. Just because, you know, it's like, I should probably not say this, I should probably not do that. But there on Twitch, you're not getting motorcycle, but you are getting me, fully raw and uncut. Fully raw and uncut, sorry, I actually am cut. Anyways, let's get to the story time. So today's topic of discussion, something I want you guys to chime in on as well. So if you're watching this in the comments, let me know if you can relate, or if you have a story to top it, because I am all about hearing it. So, mentioning a little bit about myself, something you guys may or may not know, I'm an American, okay? Now a lot of Americans, we have fast food, probably more out the ass than any other country on the planet. And what that means is, everyone kind of gets, you know, they like what they like when it comes to fast food here, or just slow food in general, and they stick to it. A lot of people do. A lot of people don't, but a lot of people do. I like trying food of all different things. I like your typical Chinese and Mexican a whole lot. I mean, I'm a vegetarian, so that limits my options here. Mind you that. So that just means I spent a whole lot of fucking time at Taco Bell. Anyhow, I like all sorts of different food, and I like trying new food. So I went and tried Thai food for the first time. Now this was about maybe 2 years ago, I want to say, but it's just a great story because it it's just a story, okay? I found out that I really like Thai food. Now people talk about white people not liking spicy food. I have to contend to that. I find out that there are two types of white people. There's the, you know, traditionally stereotyped mayonnaise is too spicy white people. And then you have people like myself, where we have people like me who can just eat jalapenos from a jar, like a snack, and not think two things of it. We're the type of people who are like, this pepper will knock you on your ass and you will be in pain for a week and you won't be able to shit for a month. I actually have a video of my friends doing just that right up here. You just check that out. Unrelated, but still. I like spicy food. Now I've gone to Indian restaurants. I love Indian food. That spicy is actually the true meaning of spicy. I mean, it just has a lot of spices. It's not hot. Thai food can get real hot. I was like, I'm gonna try something hot, because the first time I tried it, I was like, yeah, I'll see if I like the flavors first, then I'll try something hot. Tried the first time, loved it, came back for a second time, I was like, alright, I'm gonna try something hot. You guys can already see where this is going. So I go, okay, I'll have this Thai red curry. And they're like, okay, would you like it not hot? Would you like it mild, medium, hot, or Thailand. And I was like, what's Thailand? And they're like, okay, well, Thailand is way hotter than hot. I love this bike, man. Look at that. That's gorgeous. I love riding in the country, man. Anyways, I was like, well, what's Thailand level spicy? She's like, well, there's 3 levels to it. You can have Thailand level 1, 2, or 3. And I was like, you know what? I'm feeling lucky, but I'm not feeling insane. So I go, give me Thailand level 2. Anyways, I eat this red curry, right? It gets to the table. I'm enjoying the shit out of it. It's actually really good. I've never had a curry this hot before. Now, like I said, I'm a connoisseur of hot food, so it wasn't really anything crazy to me. I wasn't surprised by it, but I was eating it there. I was sweating almost into my food. My whole throat's on fire. I'm like almost crying and sweating into my food, but I'm loving it. You know, a lot of people are like, oh my god, it's so painful and they can't eat it. I ate the whole thing. I ate the whole thing. A, because it's expensive and I'm a garbage disposal who doesn't like wasting food. I'll eat any last bite of anything as long as it means I didn't waste any money. So I get this curry down and I go, that's badass. So I get on my Indian and funny story, here's a picture of my bike when I parked there that night. So I get back on the bike, I go home, and here's another thing you don't know about me if you haven't already. I'm a big Scotch connoisseur, Scotch whiskey. Never blended, well, very rare cases maybe, but usually never blended, single malt. I like a good Highland. I mean, my favorite's Isla, but I love a good peat smokiness to it, but I was just drinking straight Highland this night. I'm sitting here with my roommate. We're just watching shit on TV. I think we might have been watching Grand Tour. You know, the Top Gear guys who started out on Amazon again. Good guys. Good show. Very good show. And you know what? We're having a good time watching Grand Tour, if I remember right. I mean, I don't remember much from that night, if that tells you how this is going. But I know I had that Thai red curry. So it turns out by the next morning I look at this bottle, and me and my roommate have pretty much almost killed an entire bottle of scotch. And you know, for some people who drink heavily out there, that's probably not too bad. But for me, I drink somewhat regularly. I have a pretty good tolerance. But it was getting to the point where I was drinking 8 shots a night of just whatever liquor that I could find that was above 40 proof, and that's about when I would call it a night. I'm pretty good about knowing my limit, you see. Well, let's see. I was in the midst of a keto diet at this point, just trying to lose some weight because I was going to the gym at the same time. Now, Thai red curry is not keto friendly, but I was doing my cheat day, you know, like you have a little keto cheat day, which turns out does not work with the keto diet. You can't eat carbs at all with a keto diet, like even as a cheat day. My main meal had been going to Panera Bread for like a salad, you know, get some good veggies in, all that stuff. So that's what I eat for breakfast. I go to Panera in the morning after I discover how much liquor I've had. So I get to Panera, halfway through, I'm eating this salad, right? And I'm like, oh no, I feel like I'm gonna be sick. And when I say sick, I don't mean puke sick. So, yeah, nothing but keto for 2 weeks. Then Thai red curry. And then keto food in the morning. Lots of cheese, lots of beans, protein, greens, kale. So I get to this part through the meal. And I'll tell you what, dudes. I felt sick to my stomach. Doo-doo sick, right? Here's where this is going. I start rushing to eat the rest of my salad because I'm like, I'm about to dart for that freaking bathroom. I get to the bathroom, I go in, and this bathroom is a 1-stall, 1-urinal bathroom, which is kind of inconvenient for an establishment of that size, I would think. At least 2 stalls would have been better. But I digress. I'm sitting on the toilet now. I'm doing my thing, and all of a sudden, it is that point that I remembered that I had that Thai red curry and all of that scotch in my stomach, now exiting my stomach. So anyway, I'm sitting there just being intoxicated and poisoned by the fumes arising from in between my legs on this frickin' toilet. Oh my god, it's bumpy. I'm sitting there getting poisoned by my own gas, you guys. Poison gas, literally. And you know, guys have this case where everybody likes their own brand. Not this time, dudes. Not this time. I feel like if you walked into that bathroom and you breathed the air in that bathroom, I feel like before you smelled how bad it was, I think your eyes might have burned. Your eyes might have watered up and burned before you really smelled how bad it smelled in this bathroom. And it's, you know, I'm just thinking, oh my god, the Thai red curry is now airborne, you guys. It's airborne and it is toxic. But you know what? That's exactly what an old-timer who walked in found out. He came in there and immediately walked out in a huff and puff. One of those things, you know what I'm saying? And I couldn't tell if it was because he had to go, because there's a urinal there. He is obviously not there to do something else that I'm not doing at that time. He is there to do something wholly different. And he sounded offended, dudes, not gonna lie. When I got to that point, I'm still at the part where, you know, I'm still trying to deliver this demon baby at this very unsanitary, hot-smelling hospital that I'm at right now. So I'm going, I'm so sorry, man. I know you gotta go, but this is the worst shit I think I've ever taken in my life. And he comes back again, you know, not 5 minutes later. So, like I said, this is the one-stall bathroom. He knows that there is no other stalls waiting. So if he doesn't see a person come out, he knows that he should not be in there. So he's doing the whole passive-aggressive walk in, walk out sort of thing. Anyway, we get to the part, after about the second time that he came in and huffed and puffed his way out, I think that's about when I was like, okay, I think the tsunami is pretty much done at this point. So I go, all right. I start cleaning up. I say cleaning up like it didn't make the toilet. No, that's all fine there, my dudes. We're good. But I start finishing up the job, and he's, you know, because scratch that. Before I was finishing up the job, I was just mad. I was actually like thinking for a second if I was hallucinating that the guy walked in, because I am still sitting here sick, trying to calculate the trajectory and angle that my legs need to go for. I'm sitting here trying to calculate the angle that my legs need to be split at that I've never done on a toilet before, to properly measure the trajectory of the projectile vomit I was going to have to start spewing between my legs. So it's a little bit of a fever dream at this point. Anyways, guy's coming back in. Third time, he's huffing and puffing and he's leaving again. So I'm like, okay, I get out. I'm sitting there, tears in my eyes, from just the air, you guys. I didn't puke, but I was about to. And it wasn't just from being hungover. This would have choked a fucking skunk one day. So I'm finally at the sink washing my hands in this toxic wasteland of crimson airborne death. Guy finally comes in a fourth time. He's huffed, he's puffed. He goes right in the stall. You know, toilet seat's still warm. One of those feelings. He didn't care. So I'm washing my hands. As soon as I'm trying to get as many paper towels out of the dispenser as I need, this poor guy, he was old, mind you. So this was much more of a chore, and I hope not a message of things to come for me. But this guy started. How do I say this? You guys ever looked up YouTube videos of astronauts and fighter jet pilots where they have to sit in those gravity simulators where they spin you around real hard? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can Google it, but to abbreviate it just a little bit here, the proper method of keeping blood in your head from passing out under extreme gravitational force is what's called a hic. A hic is a noise that you make when you are squeezing yourself as much as possible. You're trying to constrict yourself like there's a boa constrictor around you, you know what I'm saying? You gotta keep that blood in your head, so as soon as the G's hit, you go and then you let go. You go breathe. It's very fun to do in a room where you think you're alone and someone's actually watching you. Anyways, this guy was doing that probably at a much higher rate of fire than I think I've ever heard in my life. It was just like one of those. Oh man, I felt so bad for him because First you struggle to get into the bathroom, and then you're gonna struggle like that to get out. It's like, my God, man. That was some day. And I wasn't relieved from puking. I wish I could have puked. I honestly do. But I didn't want to do it in between my legs. It's the only time in my life where that's ever actually been a thing. And I've had a stomach flu and thought that was going to happen before. But nope, didn't happen. It was the closest at that point in my life, right then and there, that I thought I was literally just going to... I thought I was going to have some cirrhosis of the liver and shit was just going to... It's a deer, you guys. Aw. I thought I was just going to fucking shit out my whole entire liver lining. I felt like I lost 3 foot of intestine anyway, so... Have you guys ever had any shit like that happen to you, literally? Please let me know how that went. And let me know if you guys are more interested in the intimate details of this little life of mine that I lead. Because if you are, like I said, you're missing story times from me all the time if you're not following me right over here on Twitch. It's just InvictvsNox, same as here, you know the deal. I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right now from 8 to 11 Eastern Time. So catch me whenever you want. But otherwise, guys, here's another video you can check out if you're absolutely stubborn on not hitting me up on Twitch. Or you can join my Discord and we can all chill there too. But for now, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of this antithesis of the story that I just told. I mean, look at that. It's just gorgeous. That's going to be it for me, guys. I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.